All right, now we're doing 7Q, Snails Crawl Up. This is by Petros Srnivka, and 93% of the people like it. So the snail crawls up the column. During the day, it crawls up some distance. During the night, she sleeps, so she slides down for some distance, less than crawls up during the day. So our function takes three arguments: the height of the column, the distance that the snail crawls during the day, and the distance that the snail slides down during the night. We're going to calculate the number of days when the snail will reach the top of the column. All right. So basically, we could do this with a while loop. We could say, let's declare some variables. Say let result equals 0, and we'll also let distance or dist equals 0. All right. And then let's say while distance is less than column, we'll say something like result plus plus, and we'll also say distance plus equals day minus night. And let's do a console.log result just to check to see what it does. Test it out. All right, 3, 2, no good. 5, 5, that's good. 8 and 10, no good. 7, 7, that's good. 1, 1, that's good. Okay, so we got a couple of them that are wrong. So let's think about this, right? So basically, every time the snail crawls up, no matter what, when it gets to the top, it's going to be daytime, and we're going to not need one of those nights, right? So let's just add, no matter what, 1. Let's start on 1. We've already done 1 day, and we'll also have the distance be day to account for the fact that we don't need that last night no matter what, okay? Hopefully that makes sense to you. Now let's test it out. 2, 2, 5, 5, 8, 8, looks good. Let's return this. Return result. Let's test it again. Looks good. Attempt it. All right, and so it's good. And yeah, that's cool and all, but I think some of us can see that there can also be just a math problem, that we could just use a math formula to get this, like something like column divided by the difference between these two. You know, maybe let's try that out. Let's try that out and see what would happen. Let's comment this out so we still got this to refer to if we need it. And let's come up here and say const snail equals parentheses, and then instead of column day night, let's just say cd in, like that. All right, down here let's do a console.log so we can test where we go, and then start right here. So let's just do that what I said earlier. Let's say a column divided by day d minus n. Oops. All right, let's just see what happens. Test it out. All right, 3 equals 2, 5. It's exactly like when we did the for loop the first time, except for, you know, this needs to be rounded up. This needs to be rounded up, but we can take care of that in a little bit. But it's basically the same exact thing. So let's remember that we had to add 1 day to the result and 1 full day to take care of the night problem, right? But since we're doing dividing here, instead of taking the night out of the count, we're going to need to take the night out of the column, all right? So let's just wrap this in parentheses, say minus n, to take 1 night out of it, since no matter what, that snail is going to be at the top during a daytime, so we don't need just 1 night. And let's test it out, see what happens. 2 for 2. 4.5 for 5. Looks like all we got to do is round up now. So if you don't know how to round up, we've got this thing right here called Math.ceil. It's a static method that always rounds up and returns the smaller integer greater than or equal to the given number. All you got to do is type Math.ceil, put inside parentheses whatever, and it does it. So let's come over here, wrap this up, come over here, Math.ceil, press test. Looks like we got it. All right. So let's get rid of this console.log. Test it out again. Looks good. Attempt it. Make sure there's no tricks. Looks good. And submit it. All right. And you can see right here they did a ternary operator for this for some reason. And here's something they did, a math.max for some reason. And then here's this while loop. They did some extra steps for some reason. And you can just come check out all the rest of them and you look at all of them if you feel like it. Let's go over to mine. Just me on this one. Best practice in my opinion. Very much like it. And we'll see you next time.